I'm Myrna. I'm the adopted daughter.
Woo! That's my Myrna. I love you.
It's just Gail and Bob. What can I say? Except I love you guys. You always accepted me as part of your family, but I'm frankly not sure you had a choice. I've known the Kramers almost 50 years, and it started because Gail was my preschool teacher of my sons, Eric and Daryl. And I just pretty much knew Bobby as her kid brother. And then I got to meet Bob and Phyllis. And as a couple, I wanted to say a few things about just knowing them as a couple, and then just knowing them as the unique, wonderful individuals that they are. I just remember so many of the things that their granddaughters have shared with you and their family. Lots of holidays, lots of fun family celebrations, pancake Sundays where Bob would just throw in a handful of this and a pinch of that, and I know that all the time, and the pancakes where I never had pancakes like Bob's pancakes. And Phyllis would always come in with either a fruit salad, or on New Year's she made wonderful orange rolls, and I kept trying to learn how to do all that, but I didn't have her touch. I did get to go on some of those camping trips at Pie Pie, and Bob and Phyllis and I spent a lot of New Year's Eves cracking open the Martinellis, and Phyllis and I would either play Farkle or we would do puzzles. Bob would pretty much sleep, but he would wake up and we'd all kiss and hug each other and watch the ball come down. And but I just so appreciated their just letting me be a part of their family. And in the bad times, illness I had, broken relationships, I lived at 5 Bonita like their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. They always agreed to let you live as a part of their family in their home. And I so appreciated that. As far as Bob, his term of endearment for me was good old Merm. And that was coming from somebody who was in his 90s, and we joked about who was the oldest. He didn't beat me by much. I heard a lot of the hunting stories, the encounter with the bear, the war stories. We could even trust each other enough to talk politics and religion. And Amy mentioned quantum physics. I mean, he was interested in the minute atom all the way to quantum physics, science, of course, loved to read. His inventions, his famous Kramer cast iron griddle that he made those pancakes on, and cribbage boards that he fashioned out of wood. He was just a real quiet but wonderful creator. He even conjured up ways when he was getting too old to see and hear, little inventions or snap-on gadgets or something that would help him to see and to hear as long as he could. We also shared that love for writing poetry. And knowing young Miss Phyllis, I always called her Miss Phyllis, and she loved that. She shared her recipes and kept assuring me that it was very simple to make her pastry pie crust recipe, but I never could quite do it like she did. The scores of puzzles we put together, and we wouldn't just put the pieces in together. We'd find pieces, I'd find pieces on her end of the puzzle, and she'd give me the ones on my end of the puzzle. And if in those last few seconds we checked to see was the last puzzle piece missing or not, did Perky eat it up, or what happened to it? And we were always delighted because most of these puzzles came from Goodwill, that we actually got one with all the pieces. However, for Phyllis, it didn't matter because what she would do would take cardboard and make the pieces that were missing and paint them and put them in. The many knows what I'm talking about. And I just love that creativity and just that spirit that she had. We loved singing old songs from the 40s and 50s, the church hymns, talking about faith and beliefs. We shared a love for teaching, and we enjoyed the retired teachers' luncheons. And her agreement to be our rhythm keeper and keep us on track when Gail and Lo and I decided that we would take taiko drumming to some of the residence care places. And I think Phyllis decided when she was like 91 or 92 that she would keep the backbeat for us. And we just had so much fun and enjoyed the older people participating in making sounds with the taiko drums. So Traveler's Joy is really going to miss her. The last 6 months has been a time of slowly saying goodbye. And in January 2020, Cheyenne got us all crowns and leis, and I brought over the traditional Martinelli sparkling cider. But we got all dressed up and hugged and kissed that last January to see the new year in. We also shared birthdays and cards and lots of hugs and kisses on the forehead. Lots of kisses on the forehead. Eating chocolate and squeezing each other's hands. And I remembered about the last few months with Phyllis. I'd say, Phyllis, what day is it? And she says, who cares? And then I said, you're right. And then she'd pause and say, well, actually, it's today. And I think I'll always remember that all we have to worry about is today. And I just want to say in the future, my memories, I hope, will stand strong in my own mind. And I want to address Bob and Phyllis just in spirit today as they're resting before us. Phyllis and Bob, you're a couple with integrity, and you're a model. You're a model of great character. You're good listeners. You're not judgmental. You're always givers of time and attention, willing to share your life and very comfortable in your skin. You're adaptable and you're adoptable as my extended family. And I made an Bob was always taken with looking up at the sun and the moon and the stars. And I think he kind of reflected probably the afterlife is too good to be true. But Miss Phyllis, positive and looking forward to what's next and joining her loved ones, and as others have mentioned, joining her pop and mom, and believing we'll all be together again in heaven. I believe she probably thought, surely, it's too good not to be true. Thank you.